It was a physical game, certainly on the boards, and that showed in the statistics that we didn't rise up to that challenge. And then guarding the basketball on the interior, I thought it was a very physical game as well, and we didn't rise up to that, and we were never able to make a serious charge. And I do think that the physical part of it was a defining part of the game.
Were you surprised that your team didn't rise to the occasion in terms of the physicality of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't respond and make a serious charge, because that's what we've done this year. We've been in tight situations, tough situations. We had two hands on the ball a lot of times, and it would get deflected, or we weren't able to make the play. So I do think our guys competed. They were into the game, wanted to do the right thing, and we were just never able to make that charge.
How frustrating was that to see those shots falling not in your favor time and time again?
It's hard. You invest so much with the team, day in, day out, and especially with a team that's so bought into what you're doing and believe in each other and believe in the staff and believe in the culture of your program. When things don't go your way, it hurts even more. And it has been a year where a lot of things have gone our way, but needless to say, tonight was not one of those nights.
You got behind double digits about 2/3 of the way through the first half, and it felt like you guys started to press a little bit.
I think there might have been a little bit of that, and we've been in a lot of tight situations this year, but fairly quickly we were always able to right the ship. And tonight, some of those shots, if those go in, I think it does right the ship fairly quickly and we get going. But I mean, over and over and over again, we had that one kind of defining shot that would get us going, and it wasn't just shots, it was a defensive stop or a shot or a turnover, and all those things over and over just essentially kind of beat the spirit down a little bit.
Was that the same Western Kentucky team you saw just a couple weeks ago at Bartow?
It is. I think all three times we played them, it's a team that had that same chemistry, the same confidence, and it was that we were able to make more plays in Bartow Arena than we did tonight. But that's a team, ever since really they had some changes on their roster right before we played them, and since that time they've been playing as well as anybody in the league.
Robert Brown scored 23 today, and he was his usual self. I know it was disappointing for everyone in that locker room, but had to be especially disappointing for him.
It is hard with somebody like that's given so much to the program, and from a coaching standpoint, he put his trust in me and the program. I wanted to do everything I could to make sure he went out the right way and have that fairy tale ending. And while it may not be the fairy tale ending right now, I'm hoping that his experience at UAB is one that sets him up for a good start to the rest of his life.
And I heard you earlier, you could make a case, I mean, if you wanted to, for an NCAA tournament bid. You feel like you have the team, pass the eye test, a team that's better than the one that was made the tournament last year.
It is, and I can sit here and beat my chest to make the argument. I'm going to let those things play out and where they go. I will take great consideration as we look at next year and trying to put ourselves in a position to become an at-large team, because if we can keep everybody together and keep this thing rolling, I think we should look at ourselves in those terms, and so we need to do the things as a program to be able to get to that place.
Any doubts that you'll pick this team up, this team will pick itself up to get ready for the NIT?
No doubts at all. I think they've stuck together the entire time, and I do think it'll make us stronger and even more cohesive and a tighter group. But if it is the NIT, then we're going to come together and try and make a run there.
What are you going to tell your team when you go back in the locker room?
I don't know. Right now I don't have the words, and I'm not very good after tough losses like this in terms of giving the guys a lot of information. It's a time that we're going to soak it all in, and as much as anything right now, I think it's support each other. Coaches supporting players, players supporting coaches, and all of us supporting each other. And then when it's time to sit down and make a game plan and refocus our goals, we'll do that.
Is it harder to swallow a loss when you know you didn't necessarily play up to your capabilities?
Absolutely. I think that was, and in my mind, I thought a lot about that my goal this week was to give our best shot and show our best. And if our best wasn't good enough, so be it. I didn't think that was our best. And that's not Western's fantastic. They did a great job. It's not a slight to them at all, but I do wish that we had shown our best out there today.
With 26 wins and such an early exit, how would you characterize this season up to this point?
I think as a season overall, there's been a lot of tremendous things. I mean, to win a conference championship is a rare thing to do and a special thing to do. This game is not going to define our season. There's still more to this season. So at this point, we're progressing, and we're going to try and do something special at the end.
What do you think of some of the officiating in the second half? Your team and you seem pretty frustrated.
I thought it was fine. I mean, I thought it was an experienced crew.